So you want to quit smoking? Congratulations, you found the right video. And also, congratulations on getting here, because this is going to be the best decision you can make for your own health and for other people's health too. So in today's video, I'm going to do my best to help you quit. I'm going to teach you how to quit. I'm going to teach you about all the different self-help tips. I'm going to teach you about all the benefits of quitting. So what we're waiting for? Let's do this. Okay, now before we begin, let's look at some science. As you know, I always first like to talk a bit of science, and then we talk about treatments and tips and all of that. Now, if you already know all the science, I'm going to leave a timestamp up here or here and down there in the description as to when we start talking about how to stop smoking and the tips and all of that sort of stuff. But if you don't know it, keep on watching, because this sort of stuff is really useful to know, and it's going to help everything click into place when we talk about treatments and all the other stuff. So to begin with, why is smoking so addictive and why is it so hard to quit? Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know that on this channel, I like to give you the facts. And I'm going to give you a fact right now. Average cigarette contains 600 chemicals. And if that's not high enough, once it's lit, it amounts to about 7,000 chemicals. 7,000 of those bad boys, can you believe it? And of those chemicals, nicotine is the one that makes it so addictive. What does it do? Well, it stimulates your nerves. The nerves then release dopamine, and the dopamine makes us feel good, which is one of the reasons why it's so addictive, and it's as simple as that. Now, if you're interested in finding out just how strong your smoking addiction is, there's a really useful link. It's like a quiz. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. Feel free to check it out, and it will give you a rating of how strong your addiction actually is. Okay, so that's the science done. Ooh, let's fix this much better. Science done. Now let's move on to the best part of the video. How do we actually stop? How do we quit smoking? Well, you've got two options. Option one, go to cold turkey. Cold turkey is a little difficult. Or you can double your chances of quitting by using nicotine replacement therapy products, which we call NRT for short. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, okay, Abraham, what are these products? Tell me more about them. Don't worry. Abraham the pharmacist, I've always got your back. Let's move on to the next scene. NRT products help to keep your cravings under control as you withdraw from smoking cigarettes. So let's have a look at your options, but please remember there are various different brands of NRTs available. So wherever you are in the world, you might have different brands that are available that you can buy from the pharmacies. So what I've tried to do is I've covered the brands to the best of my ability just to show you the different products that are available. So let's do this. Option number one, patches. Pop these sticky square patches onto your skin for 16 or 24 hours. The nicotine will be absorbed through your skin to help reduce that background craving for a cigarette. Option two, gum. Sugar-free gums come in fresh mint or fruit flavors. To get the most out of your gum, chew a piece until you taste the flavor. Park it between your gum and cheek for the nicotine to be absorbed. Gum is great for impulsive cravings. Option number three, lozenges or cough sweets. These are small, sugar-free sweets, ideal for on-the-go impulsive cravings. You simply suck on one lozenge and move it around your mouth until it disappears. Option number four, micro tabs. If chewing gum or sucking on a cough sweet aren't your thing, then these tiny tablets are for you. They dissolve under your tongue and are equally great for impulsive cravings. Option number five, inhalator with cartridges. This small plastic tube holds a refillable pure nicotine cartridge and has no vapor release. So you don't have to go outside to use it. Inhale this just like you would a cigarette, but without the 6,099 chemicals. If it's hard to kick the hand-to-mouth action of smoking, then this one's for you. It's great for strong impulsive cravings. Option number six, mouth spray. Strong impulsive cravings? Then spray once or twice into the side of your cheek for a quick nicotine hit to curb your cravings. You can read more about all of these NRT products at the link in the description box below. Okay guys, I've got some good news for you. So earlier I said that using NRTs can double your chances of quitting, which is great news. Now the NHS also provide stop smoking advisors, who are fantastic by the way, and can also provide you with NRTs, which is another really useful reason to speak to them. But by using a stop smoking advisor and using NRTs, you can actually triple your chances of quitting. I know, great news, right? Another useful thing that I would highly recommend you all to do is get your phone, which is in my pocket, download the Stoptober app. It's an NHS app, and it's like having a stop smoking advisor in your pocket. You can refer to it, it can give you useful tips, it can do loads of different things. So I'd highly recommend you download it. It's free as well, so there's no harm in using it. There is also prescription-only medication which is available to help you quit smoking. Now, your Stop Smoking Advisor is the person who's responsible for speaking to your healthcare professional and seeing if that's appropriate for you or not. So remember, there's NRT, which aren't prescription only, so you can buy them from a chemist or wherever, and there's also prescription-only medication that can help you quit smoking. Once again, these are one of the very reasons why you should get a Stop Smoking Advisor involved in your treatment, because they're going to work out the best treatment option for you. Now, please also remember, there are quite a few myths out there as well, such as acupuncture and hypnosis can help you stop smoking, but there's no evidence suggesting that it can do that, so please remember that too. There's a lot of movement in this video, right? Now, let's move on to 5 self-help tips. The first one, grab yourself a pen and paper and write down a list of all the reasons why you want to quit. If you don't want to grab a pen and paper, use one of these. We've all got one nowadays and we always keep it with us. On that list you can write stuff like, for example, you want to spend more time with your loved ones, you want to watch them grow older. That's one of the reasons why you want to quit smoking. Now, this list, we're going to keep coming back to it. So whether you write on a piece of paper, keep it with you at all times. Whether you write on your phone, keep it with you at all times. And if you ever get the craving that you want to smoke that cigarette, look at the list and remember all the reasons why you want to quit. This is going to be really helpful. Now, another reason that you may want to quit are the health benefits, and there's loads of them, such as, for example, reducing your risk of lung cancer and reducing your risk of many different cancers. Now, I am going to talk about all the health benefits a little later on in the video. Okay, so moving on to tip number 2, you need to stay active. If you're the type of person who has cravings and impulses to have a cigarette, then exercise, such as, for example, just going for a walk, is a really good option for you. It's going to release chemicals which are going to help reduce your cravings, and also you're going to release those endorphins, which are those feel-good hormones which make us feel great. Tip number 3, you need to get rid of those smoking accessories. So it's not just about getting rid of your cigarettes, that's a given, but the smoking accessories as well. So for example, your lighter, your ashtray, any kind of smoking accessories, get rid of them. Replace your ashtray with a nice coaster, with a nice coffee mug on top of it. You can have your tea or your coffee in it. Great. Or the lighters, replace it with a stick of gum, similar kind of shape and size, and it takes your mind off it. So it's all about reducing the temptation to smoke. Moving on to tip number 4, write down those triggers and write an action plan to help stop you from smoking. So for example, if being around people that smoke is going to trigger you to smoke as well, have an action plan. So for example, make sure that you're not hanging around with them sort of people for the time being until you quit smoking fully. So have an action plan for various different scenarios, and this is really going to help you. Now, tip number 5, tell people that you're wanting to quit. These guys are going to be a support network. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell everyone. They're all out there to support you and to help you in this process. You can also join forums and groups that are also quitting, people who are in a similar place as yourself. You're all out there to support each other. You can give each other tips. There's loads of different forums out there that you can join. I mean, even in this video, for example, if you're someone who's wanting to quit and if you've got some tips of your own, leave a comment below and I'm sure people will scroll down, read it, and get some great advice from it. So if you've got to this point in the video, you're awesome because you're pretty serious about quitting, which is fantastic news. Now, let's go back to those steps because I kind of like that shot that we did there, and we'll talk about the health benefits of quitting. I'll see you there. Okay, so the benefits of quitting smoking. Where shall I begin? Because there are so many benefits. But let's start from the basics. Let's start from the beginning. Let's say you've had your last cigarette and you've now quit. Just 20 minutes after your last cigarette, your heart rate is going to start slowing down, which is a good thing. Within 48 hours, well, after 48 hours, all of that toxic carbon monoxide that's in your blood is going to get flushed out. This means you're going to feel less tired. This means you're going to breathe better. On top of that, you're going to sleep better. Food is going to taste better, and you're going to have more energy. And on top of that, you're going to have whiter teeth, you're going to have better breath, and you're going to have clearer skin. You're also going to reduce your risk of lung, mouth, and throat cancer. Next up is your immune system. It's going to get a massive boost when you quit smoking, you're going to heal faster, and you're going to be less likely to get ill in the first place. By the way, this list will go on forever, so I will leave a full list in the description below for you. But last but not least, think about the money you're going to save. Think about how much money you will save. Okay, so for any coffee lovers out there, like myself, here's a top tip for you all. Nicotine reduces the effectiveness of caffeine. So once you quit, you don't need to drink such strong coffee because there's going to be no nicotine in your body, so that caffeine, the effectiveness is going to increase. So you don't have to drink such strong coffee, you can just drink normal amounts of coffee and it's going to be just as effective. Okay, and one final note before we get to the end, well, let me first put this down here. Please remember, I understand it's difficult to quit, and I'm sure you understand that as well. You know the science behind it, you know how to quit now, so best of luck with everything that you do, and I really hope that all the information I've given you in this video helps you, but it's difficult to quit as well, and you might relapse, okay? This is normal, but you now know what to do, and you're awesome, and you will get there. I really hope you find this information helpful. Please leave a comment below to let us know how you're getting on, and leave some comments below for other people too, for any tips that you may have, like we mentioned earlier. You're now a Stop Smoking Pro. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell everyone. Tell some random person smoking on the street. Tell them to quit. Tell them why. You know exactly why, and you know how to do it too. That's the end of this week's video. Always remember you're awesome, and I will see you next week. Oh, that was beautiful, Soph. That was very beautiful. That one take thing. I feel like you enjoyed that. I really do hope that this walking up the steps scene looks alright. For some strange reason, I'm getting really out of breath on these steps. I'm not unfit, I go running a lot. It's just really warm in here. Okay, moving on to my scene. Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's video. Make sure to click that like, follow or subscribe button now to stay up to date with new weekly videos.